Why, hello there. It's time to get ready for the first days of school. Now, if you're going to either Ilvermorny or Hogwarts, that may be your first time in any kind of boarding school, as well as the fact that these are middle school age children we are talking about. So here's some tips and tricks on how to get through the first week of school your best possible way. When you receive your school letter, it will have a list of things that you need in order to do your best, including your required items. But it usually lists your required items only. Might I strongly suggest having a few other things? For example, I know that all of the things still require quill and ink, and most middle schoolers have never dipped a quill into an ink pot. It's very time consuming to learn how to do, so even though it doesn't say it, pens. Pens are a great invention. Make sure you have a few. You may be tempted to bring along some books from home. You know, light reading, they help you feel safe and comfortable. But you only have so much space in your trunk, and you only have so much space in your room. So make sure you keep yourself to just one. Preferably one that will keep you busy for a while, and hopefully one that's also huge. That will help. But one, just one. When you get to the train station, make sure you have your ticket on you. It will be the thing that causes the barrier to open, and make sure it is safely in your pocket and ready to go. Other helpful things. A comforting stuffy or two or three might be helpful for your first-time student. They're going to be away from home. They're going to need something to hug and help them feel safe. Even if you've never been an organized person before, you're going to need to be a little bit now. Sorry about that. You're going to want to get yourself a planner, somewhere that you can put down your homework assignments so that you can remember them, because there will be enough homework assignments that you will forget if you don't. Also, if your school offers it, make sure that you pick up a map, because maps are going to be helpful. These are buildings with rooms and hallways that change, and you're not going to know which hallways are banned and which ones aren't, so make sure that you have yourself a map to get around. And finally, remember, this may be something new. It may be something scary, but this is also something super exciting. And I know that it might feel scary now, but once you go there, once you meet people, once you have the experience, it will change your life, and only for the better. Hello, my witches and wizards. This is Professor Rowan. I'm coming to you today to talk about our back to school event, which is going to be running from August 30th, tomorrow, to September 3rd, beginning and ending at 11 a.m. my local time. Recently, I haven't been doing the smaller throw-in events, like spotlight events or things of that nature. I've been doing my best, enjoying what I can get, but also not, killing myself if I can't get it done, because I have other things in my life that need to be done. And there are a lot of events. However, this one, though the tasks are a little complicated, the rewards are also quite nice. So I'm actually thinking about giving this one my all, at least for maybe 12 hours. As usual, this one will have a free store pack, including enough ingredients to brew your own tonic for trace detection and some spell energy. You have a guaranteed family fragment for whatever runestone you use in Forest Chambers 4 and higher. And you will be in Forest Chambers 4 or higher at least once or twice. So, that will be helpful. Wizarding challenges will be giving you increased wizarding XP, increased challenge XP, and spell energy. There are special 1K port keys that you will need to collect. And these port keys will be giving you the 9 3/4 station sign. There's also a ridiculous amount of Foundables that are going to be boosted on the map, both in regular and when using a tonic for trace detection. So many, in fact, that it might take me a few minutes here to list them all. Hedwig, Fred and George Weasley, Ravenclaw student, Gryffindor student, Hufflepuff student, Slytherin student, the Urklings, the Pixies, the Quill of Acceptance, and the Book of Admittance, Quidditch Captain version of Harry Potter, Ministry employee Newt Scamander, Nymphadora Tonks, and Sirius Black. That's a lot of Foundables. Now this one is going to have 4 tasks, just like a Brilliant event. You have to complete one in order to move on to the next. And these tasks are actually themed, though the pieces within the tasks don't really feel themed, but that's another thing entirely. So these are themed for the steps along the journey of your first day at school. Quest 1 is receiving your acceptance letter, which is an important part of any witches and wizards' life. I remember when I received my acceptance letter for Ilvermorny, and I was just so incredibly excited. So for this quest, you have 4 tasks, and only one of them I think is actually themed towards this, but regardless. First, you have to retrieve Hedwig, the owl, 12 times. Now, those 12 times will hopefully be dropping for you your Hogwarts acceptance letter. However, it's not a guarantee that every time you collect Hedwig, it will drop the letter, so you may have to do it more than 12 times. That will get you 1 silver key. You also need to use Master Notes 4 times, which is going to slow you down unless you're using, like, very quick brew potions. And make sure you're setting a timer for yourself to get through these as quickly as possible, because 4 Master's Notes. But hey, that will get you 1 healing potion. You need to cast 15 great or better spells, which you would think that a student who hasn't even been to school yet wouldn't be able to cast great or better spells, but here we are. Perhaps it's that whole so excited you're practicing ahead of time even though that's technically illegal. That will be getting you 6 Snowdrop. Finally, you have to earn 7,000 Wizarding XP from any source, so remember to be opening those gifts. That will get you 1 Unicorn Hair. Completing your first quest will give you 1 restricted section book, 3 Defense Against the Dark Arts books, 500 Wizarding XP, 30 gold, and spell energy. That's right, you're getting gold and like Dada books and stuff for just the first quest. Remember when I said that this one had some good rewards? Next, you arrive at platform 9 3/4. Make sure you have your train ticket with you for that. Again, though that is the quest theme, it doesn't really feel themed that way on the tasks, except for maybe 1 or 2. For example, you have to collect 1 platform 9 3/4 sign from a port key. Now, it doesn't say that you have to unlock the port key during this time, so the port key doesn't have to be opened at this point. You could have potentially unlocked the port key in Quest 1. It's collecting the Foundables, so opening the port key and collecting the Foundable at this point. You only need to do 1. That will get you 1 silver key. Now, apparently Urklings and Pixie oddities have been stealing people's tickets, so you're going to need to be defeating Urklings and Pixie oddities to get the tickets that they will drop. Defeating 8 of them will get you 6 Snowdrop. The next 2, I sincerely hope students don't have to deal with at the train station. They have to defeat 10 formidable foes in Wizarding challenges. Now, the formidable foes are usually found, there's the ones with 2 stars, and they're usually found in the higher runes and the lower tower chambers. That will get you 1 healing potion. You also have to complete 4 forest chambers, which is not a place that you're likely to find the formidable foes. And it doesn't say which forest chamber, but I'm probably going to be hanging out in Forest 4 or 5 because of that guaranteed Foundable. 4 forest chambers will give you 1 unicorn hair. Completing Quest 2 gives you 2 restricted section books, 2 Defense Against the Dark Arts books, 500 more Wizarding XP, 40 gold, and more spell energy. Your next quest has you taking the Hogwarts Express. And I really hope usually taking the Hogwarts Express doesn't require Dementors. But regardless, you will need to collect 13 chocolate frog boxes from the Weasley twins. Apparently they've been hoarding them all. That will get you 1 brain elixir. And apparently also Dementors are holding on to Hogwarts Express engines, not the one that you get from the registry page, a separate one like the tickets we've been collecting and the chocolate frogs. But you need to get 7 of those from Dementors. That will give you 1 wit sharpening potion. Speaking of the Dementors, at least the Foundables that are guarded by Dementors are going to be boosted on the map, but you're going to need to cast Expecto Patronum 15 times. Great or better. I pray that they do not require this of first-year Hogwarts students, because I know that in Ilvermorny, we don't learn Expecto Patronum until we're like third, fourth year, maybe. So I sincerely hope that you're not exposed to that many Dementors at such a young age. 15 great or better Expecto Patronums will get you 2 strong Stimulo potions. After that, hanging out in the dark chambers might feel like an easy comparison. You need to complete a dark chamber 2 times. Doesn't say which one, just complete a dark chamber 2 times. I'm going to be probably doing this part in Dark 1 so I can get through it as quickly as possible. That will get you 1 whole spellbook. Completing this 3rd quest will get you 3 restricted section books, 3 Defense Against the Dark Arts books, 500 Wizarding XP, 50 gold, and more spell energy. Finally, you arrive at Hogwarts. You made it. Good job, considering all of the horrible things you had to deal with getting here. This is a long list of particular Foundables that you have to find, particular people and things you need to help. And that long list means that you're probably going to need to use at least 1 tonic for trace detection, or do a lot of walking to get this one taken care of. Free the Quill of Acceptance and the Book of Admittance 8 times. That will get you 1 potent Stimulo potion. Help 6 Hufflepuff students. That will get you a spell book. Help 6 Ravenclaw students for another spell book. Help 6 Gryffindor students for another spell book. And help 6 Slytherin students for another spell book. Finally, win in your highest unlocked chamber 1 time. That means we're going into Dark 5 at this point. That will get you another spell book. Completing the final quest will give you 2 restricted section books, 3 Defense Against the Dark Arts books, 500 Wizarding XP, 60 gold, 30 spell energy, and a Distinguished Scholar title. Now for some tips and tricks on how to get through this event as quickly and painlessly as possible. That's an awful lot of spells you're going to be casting in order to get through this event. However, that's also an awful lot of gold. I think it's like 180 gold, which we haven't had a single event offer us that much gold as a flat reward before, at least not that I remember. You've got something that slows you down in the first quest, so I would say get through that first, then drink a couple tonics, drink a couple brain elixirs, and power through for a bit. Set aside an afternoon or an evening, or, maybe make a day of it with your friends and family. Like, hey, the first day of school is you're making a day of it, so same concept. Collect the Portkey and walk it as soon as you possibly can. Thankfully, they've changed it so it's only 1 Portkey, because those of us without Adventure Sync are certainly having a wonderful time with any Portkey-related quests. Usually with like a Brilliant event, we have 4 quests, yes, but they're broken down into 3 or 4 tasks max. These quests have more tasks in them, and the last quest is going to be a grind. It might take you a while to find all of the students that you need, all of the books that you need. So make sure you're getting through the other quests as quickly as possible to dedicate as much time as possible for the last one. If you can, practice your Expecto Patronum now. Make sure you've cleaned the screen on your cellular telephone device so that you can do that easily. If you're having a hard time getting a great or masterful on an Expecto Patronum, because I know I do, I've heard that maybe getting a different sized device might help. Either larger or smaller, doesn't seem to matter. It's just changing the size, changing things up sometimes helps people. Also, using a stylus, which I've never had much luck with, but some people swear by it, so maybe give that a try as well. I'm guessing using a stylus is much like using a pen. It's much more easy to do than, say, the archaic dipping a quill. But there you have it, my witches and wizards. A 3-4 day event It's a short event and you've got a lot to do, so I guess it's time to get to it. If you find these videos helpful for you, please like, subscribe, share. That really does help us out. And if you have any ideas on how to get through this more efficiently, please put that in the comments below. I do appreciate last time how much you guys all said that you loved my honesty and our openers. So I'm going to be attempting to do something. I'm not sure how to deliver you more honesty, but I do have an idea on how to deliver you the openers, so we'll see about that. Thank you so much to our patrons because you guys help make the crazy in our lives possible. And if you would like to become a patron or help us out in another way by maybe purchasing us a coffee, please, the information for how to do that is in the links in the description below. Now, if you will excuse me, I have a lot of prep to do for our first day of school. And so remember to stay safe. Keep your eyes peeled, your ears open, and your wands ready.